What's going on? Back plugged in again. What you boy the prophet? Hey yo. So listen, I told y'all, man, I wasn't capping. I told y'all, man, that boy ZHONGLI needed, you feel me, needed some attention to him. And as a person that pretty much has all the rate up 5 stars, ZHONGLI was without a doubt, you feel me, the most lackluster. All right, and then they're gonna try and put out this notice talking about ZHONGLI is just a support character. It's like, all right, but just that we got that out of the way, I'm extremely happy and excited to tell y'all that ZHONGLI is getting buffed. Okay, and this is absolutely huge, especially for just the community in general. The thing is, as a community, we wouldn't complain. You know what I mean? Like, I know people were talking about Klee, but that was just because like once people got out and tested Klee, it was like, okay, you know what I mean? It was like, okay, we knew her potential, but I'm just glad that they're buffing ZHONGLI. You know what I'm saying? And I just read all this. I didn't want to be reading it, you know, live, because it was not really convoluted, but there's just a lot of stuff. But basically, they're just saying, you know, we've received a lot of questions regarding ZHONGLI. We understand that everybody loves him. And they said that they're going to pay attention to any future changes that people are saying. As we apologize for the tardiness of this announcement concerning said adjustments. So essentially, they're just apologizing, and it says, after analyzing the in-game data and engaging in many discussions, we decided on an initial round of adjustments. These adjustments will be available to travelers participating in the 1.3 beta test version. The current adjustments are as follows and cover 4 aspects: enhancing ZHONGLI's talents, optimizing the controls and mechanics of his abilities, improving the mechanics of his GEO resonance mechanics, adjusting his shield. We will continue to observe the performance of these adjustments during the upcoming version 1.3 beta test, and we'll pay attention to the feedback of the testers. We hope that these adjustments will be able to appreciably improve everyone's experience. We'll also give an update to our final adjustments when said changes officially go live. So essentially, it says, bruh, he's getting basically his entire kit is getting not reworked. He's going to look exactly the same, but he's getting basically both his talents are getting changed, and of course they're fixing the geo resonance things, which that's great. But yeah, so it says, before original effect, increased Planet Befall's damage by an amount of 33% of ZHONGLI's max HP. Post adjustment, damage dealt by following of ZHONGLI's attacks will be increased based on his max HP. Normal charge plunging attack damage will be increased by 1.39% of ZHONGLI's max HP. So it shows you right here, and you can see essentially he's hitting for about 1250 there, max hit. Right here he's only hitting for about max 900. And I mean, this is a pretty solid ass damage upgrade. You see the kick. I don't know if this is like crit versus non-crit, but that's a disgusting increase. Like the kick part, for instance, was doing like 180, let's say 190, versus the kicks are doing 600 every single time. There's no way that all 6 of those crit. This is a crazy damage increase. Like, it's perfect. It feels extremely balanced, okay? This feels crisp, perfect, clean, balanced, all right? Now I'm going to have to work on my Crescent Pike build, you feel me? So, yeah. So this is great. This is great. So it's like, now you're still going to want to have attack, but you're also going to want to have the HP percentage, because everything is going to scale from his max HP. All right. So this is just absolutely insane, right? So this is to his E skill. It says, own steel resonance and holding Dominus Lapis will be increased by 1.9 of max HP. So you see right here, the damage for 900, you see 922. versus 4. Okay, versus 800 something. So I mean, I guess they did that because you can plant multiple of these geo constructs on the floor. That's why they gave that basically a 2% bonus, because having two of them doubles that. And then if you have like the Geo Traveler and his alt down, you know, yeah. All right, so then this is the other one, and this is huge. This is huge. So basically, this is just talking about the shield absorption. We know how it was before, but now it says that there are nearby targets within the Geo element. It will drain a large amount of the Geo element for a maximum of 2 targets, which means it's going to completely like damn near zap 2 full of the enemy geo constructs, like the the shield, the shielded hilichurl, the geo shield hilichurl, and like the wizard that has the geo wand, you know what I mean, and he makes those pillars, and you gotta like, before you had to use like 2 of Zhongli's holds, which is like 24 seconds to like take one of those down, which is ridiculous, right? But now it says you're gonna essentially drain a massive amount of any geo construct on maximum limit of 2. So essentially, if there are more than 2 that it's attacking, it's going to, won't deal that maximum crazy damage, but he's still going to be like the farming god, like the mining god, you know what I mean? So that's not going to be a big deal. But yeah, essentially, and then this is also huge. If you don't have a geo pillar on the ground already, it will drop a geo pillar. This is freaking massive for 0 constellation Zhongli, because what I had to do every single time was I had to start a battle and I had to pick between, okay, do I drop a geo construct first and start getting those particles, or do I drop the shield first, wait 13 seconds, then drop the construct? Then it's like, no. So then I would always have to drop a construct first, start the elemental particle generation, and then during that time, let's say sometimes you'll do a rotation and you don't have a shield and you get smacked. And then, yeah, you're pretty much out of the game. They pretty much reworked this entire character, and I'm happy, okay? But now, when he casts his hold, it drops a geo construct on the ground. You see it right here. This is after the patch. This is before. You see, there's no it says if the maximum geo construct limit hasn't been reached, then it'll drop a geo pillar. So this even means if you're constellation 1 and your maximum geo constellation is 2, if you drop one geo stone, geo construct, and then you do the hold, you'll drop another geo construct, and then you'll have your shield. This is amazing. This completely, I mean, this is massive. It's massive. It's huge. All right, it's huge, and I think it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It makes him at Con 0 feel perfect. And also, there's some reworkings to Geo Resonance, which is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Also, he now gets immunity frames while he's doing his hold. So you see that he did take some damage there, but he didn't get knocked back, so he has increased resistance, and he also gets immunity frames. So he now has immunity frames worked into his hold time, which he did not have before. That is once again massive, okay? It's massive, all right? And essentially now they're buffing Geo Resonance. This is Geo Resonance, okay? This is what Geo Resonance is going to be post adjustment. That was what it was before, right? Increase shield strength by 15%. Additionally, characters protected by a shield will have the following special characteristics. Damage dealt increased by 15%. Dealing damage will decrease their Geo Res by 20% for 15 seconds. Dog. This is literally cranking Geo up, bro. And it should be like this. Why would you want to have Geo be so weak? It already doesn't get magnifications from like elemental reactions. There's no reactions. There's no vaporize, or there's no melt. None of that. It's just crystal. You feel me? Crystallized. That's it. So this is crazy. You can lower Geo res by 20% on top of 15% additional attack percent. Like, that's incredibly insane. Ning Wong is... Alright, see, this is why I'm glad that I held out on a tier list, because Zhongli was not in a place that I could accurately grade him without shitting on him, okay? So I'm glad that I waited. Geo Resonance is just really great now. All in all, man, let's see. Geo Shield increased by Zhongli's elemental skill. Geo Shield balance. Having 200%. To having 150 physical. Huh. Geo Shields. Okay, 150 physical damage absorption. I like that. I like that. Alright. Yeah, man. So, this is it. Like I said, this character needed these buffs. And if he didn't need to be buffed, they wouldn't be buffing every single aspect of his character. They buffed his normal attacks. They buffed his normal drop skill, the damage on it. They buffed his hold skill, the pillar dropping if you're not maxed out, and they buffed Geo Elemental Resonance as well as just buffing his kit and his scaling and how you're gonna build him. Like, now you actually can get a physical damage build out of him with very good numbers. You know what I mean? I don't like, bro, my Gene's gear was trash. Like, it wasn't very good at all. Like, it was still like AR 35 and 40 gear that I just had her on. Some of it was like level 8, some of it was level 0. Bro, Gene was hitting, she was critting on her charge attack for 7k. Now she has some solid gear. She's critting for 10k on a charge attack. Why is it I can't get Zhongli to crit for more than 5k? Like, maximum with everything put into him. And at that point, it was taken away from his alt damage. So, like, I am so happy. I have this character. Like, I'm glad, MiHoYo. So I'm glad. You know, I don't want this to be like a trend, you know, where everyone thinks they need to just buff every single character. This character needed to be buffed, and that's all, okay? And I'm glad that they did that. I'm really glad. It, you know, it does take time to do stuff like this. This isn't something that they can just rush and just do after a week of testing. There is strenuous testing done, and they did this character how he needed to be. I think the buffs are very, very justified, because like when I saw that he only gets 1.2 damage additionally, you know, from his Geo constructs, I was like, that's kind of low. Like, that's the lowest magnifications, but those can be stacked, so you got to consider that. You know, if they didn't taper that down, you could get additional 10 and 15 additional damage quickly, so it would just be crazy. But all in all, man, I'm really happy with the changes, and I'm just happy. You know, I'm glad to be playing this game. That MiHoYo is going to be doing the right thing to support the customers and the people playing this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more Genshin Impact, catch me twitch.tv/dproper24. Love you all. Till next time, I'm out.
On the sunny days, tell myself I'll make a way. All them people done doubted me.